were born within our SeaWorld parks, and they range in age from 5 all the way up to 47 years old. After today's presentation, you should have us next door at Key West Dolphin Cove. Here you can learn even more and get a closer look at this amazing marine mammal. Now that we've got some more pond, let's dive in and talk about what makes dolphins so cool. Nature has given them some amazing adaptations that allow them to navigate, forage, and of course to play. One of these is the pole located on top of their heads. This is where they breathe from and also where they vocalize from. So, let's listen in. Now, dolphins are required to hold their breath as they forage for their prey, which largely consists of fish, squid, and the occasional crustacean. In order to catch that fast-moving and slippery fish, dolphins like Scott and Greg will use their powerful tails, reaching speeds up to 22 miles per hour. Dolphins will also use their powerful tails to get a better look above the surface, diving deep below the waves and getting all the way up. Engaging our dolphins both physically and mentally allows us to give them the best care possible and provides exceptional animal welfare. With this care, we develop bonds and build relationships with them, much like you would with a dog at home. And although dolphins seem to be natural athletes, our mutual love of play is one thing that provides that connection between us. And over the last 60 plus years, SeaWorld has learned that their play ultimately leads to our discoveries. So while our playtime today may just look like a lot of impressive jumps and spins, it's actually an essential part in how we care for them. Just watch.
and childhood memories can often last a lifetime. That's why today we hope to inspire young SeaWorld guests in much the same way that myself and the other trainers were inspired on our early visits here at SeaWorld. And with that, I have a special guest joining me today. Hey there, what's your name? Step forward. All the way up to this 24-foot drop-off. Perfect. Now, Autumn, when you and I first met, we shook hands, and that is a great way to meet my friend here. So, you're going to put this hand out, he's going to come up and just to shake his flipper. Autumn, meet Scott. Scott, meet Autumn. Autumn, that was great. Another good way to build your relationship with Scott is to feed him some fish. So why don't you go ahead and toss him one of those. Nicely done, you're a professional. How about we do one for each hand this time? Autumn, you just fed a dolphin! Uh-oh, let me see those hands. Yeah, that's what I thought. You see all that shiny stuff? You know what that is? It's fish guts. Smell it. Gross. That's okay, I know how to get rid of them. First thing you gotta do is just show your hands to Scott. And then you put them together. And then you rub them. You can stay standing up. Yep, you're gonna rub your hands together really fast, kind of like you're washing your hands with soap. And then you're just gonna dry them off. I know you're locals, but it's gonna be a long trip home, Mom. Something else that Scott really seems to enjoy is nice, soft back touches. So why don't you put both knees down on the ground right next to me? Both knees down, there you go. You can reach out and give him a back rub. What does he feel like? Soft and smooth? Yeah, that helps him swim really fast through the water. Now, Autumn, I have a secret. One of Scott's favorite spots for a back rub is actually right in front of that dorsal fin. Why don't you give him a rub kind of like this? You found his tickle spot, Autumn. See, gosh, you soaked. You know, normally I would have you splash him back, but I don't think there's any way we're winning a splashing game against the Dolphins. What do you think? No way. We are going to kick things up a notch, and we're going to ask Scott to go on a really big jump. To do that, you're going to take his hand, and you're going to point it right at Scott. Perfect. On the count of 3, you're going to take that same hand and toss it all the way up to the sky. Ready? 1, 2, 3. He saw you, Autumn. Check it out. This is just for you. Why don't you feed him a couple fish? That's okay.